Good evening, welcome to the program Web Watch on Flip TV. Today is another edition of the program, and as usual, we are going to be looking at reports online and we'll deliberate on those reports. Christian Chuku, and I have with me my co-anchors.
You have to be glad. Welcome to the show.
I am Adini Adela. Welcome to Web Watch.
And I'm Olajide Taufik Olamide. Welcome.
Yes, there are not so many things that happened online today. I don't know if I'm the only one that noticed that, but we saw that of Wike and Oshiomole, they reconciled, because when Oshiomole and his let's go Obaseki had a rift, Wike had to support Obaseki against Oshiomole. Of course, it's normal because Obaseki belongs to the PDP, Wike belongs to the PDP. Then Oshiomole is APC. But he invited Oshiomole for to open is it a bridge or a road? Let's look at that story. Many things. Yeah, a flyover. Many things we are going to discuss. We are going to be looking at what Frank Edo said about Igbo politicians. His comment on Igbo politicians. And Buhari has come out to say that he's going to leave Nigeria
a safer place.
A safer place. And also we are looking at Dino Milai reacting to what happened, transpired yesterday. I know that guy is a funny guy. Exactly. He does his own reactions and many others. Let's start with Wike and Oshiomole. What do you think? Politicians are persons that never trust the politician. You have the kind of Fanika Ode, you have the kind of Keamo. Keamo was one person that took Tinubu to court because of his certificate, and now he's the person speaking for Tinubu. Fanika Ode says that God over my dead body.
Will he support
APC?
Now he's part of the people working for the same APC. So you don't trust politicians. Now we have another person that is Wike. You say APC is like a disease by the virus party. And now we have seen that you invited
someone from APC.
Last time he came to Lagos.
Yeah, just
even someone
and gave them 300
million.
So that is a position for you. Now he's saying that he's sorry for what he did to Oshiomole, that if he had known, he would not have supported Obaseki. Currently, he and Obaseki, they are like cat and rat.
This politics.
Yeah, Wike is someone that wants to control you. He's somebody that loves to control. He always wants to be in charge and call the shots. You can see the G5 governors. You can see like the only one that's like the head boy. He's the alpha. He's the alpha.
Japan Omega really.
Yeah, so that's it. What do you think?
Well, I think politics is just a game of interest. It is where their interest lies. That is where they go to, regardless of the person involved, even if it's their family.
Is relationship interest?
Relationship is a matter of interest as well. If you people have the same interest where you are going to, you would tend to just click.
But I don't think it's possible to have the same interest.
It's possible. If you don't have the same interest, it's like your vibe attract your tribe. Like I used to say, if two people don't vibe, there's no way they can be friends. They can greet like just like acquaintances. What's up, good morning, but like close friends, their interests have to be alike.
Okay, politics, according to Honorable Olamide, say politics is all about
interest.
It's all about interest.
So if a relationship is all about interest, if you get to the point that me and my wife, she's situation, condition just make her change, my interest can change.
And that's where people start to say, I've lost interest in this person. That's
so
why
they
you understand yourself something.
Because there's no interest.
No, it's not as if they will divorce. It's not as if they will divorce. You know, politics and marriage or relationship is not the same thing. Marriage is forever. Politics is just for that moment. You can be in ABC today and by tomorrow you are back to PDP or Labour Party. So it depends on your interest as at that particular time. That is who you align with, and make sure you get your objective. Then you just go away. I
kind of think that politics is about alignment.
Alignment.
It's about alignment, not necessarily interest, because
that item go with us.
She's a politician.
Alignment. Yes.
No, start from interest. You are interested in this position, and this person can assist you to get to this place. You align with that person. Alignment and interest. It goes together. No, it actually goes together for you.
It is strange how policies can separate bosom friends and unite sworn enemies. Before now, to think that Wike will in this lifetime embrace Oshiomole would have been wishful thinking. Tambuwa was his very, very good friend.
See, I think that Wike is playing. You know, he once said that he is about to play politics.
Yes.
That all this while he's not been playing politics. So that is now that he wants to play politics. I think that is exactly what he's doing. If you ask me, this man knows what he's doing.
Exactly.
You understand? Probably his apology to Oshiomole might be to spite Obaseki. And probably nothing else than that.
Obaseki knows what they are doing.
Even Oshiomole himself knows.
See, they are only playing games.
Do you know why? Do you know why I said so?
Why?
Because Obaseki, all the governors that are working with and for Atiku, Wike is having issues with them, and he doesn't even care. He doesn't care how you see it, or he doesn't care how it meets you. You understand? What he's concerned about, he go they sweet us.
I don't think we
that's the song.
Issues with governors that are supporting Atiku.
It's
only having issues. He's only portraying it to the people that he's having issues with, but behind closed doors, they might be eating and dining and drinking.
That's what I'm saying.
He's just showing
that's what he's
outside.
showing. You understand? For him to go and apologize to,
they are not fighting at all.
For him to go and apologize to Oshiomole
is not the same thing.
For him to go and apologize to Oshiomole, knowing that Obaseki that he once supported is a state, is in fact still a PDP governor.
Yeah, of course.
Then he goes and apologizes to. He's trying to. I feel that, like I said, he's playing politics here. He's trying to make all these people to feel uncomfortable. Is he living? Is he not living? That kind of thing. You understand? I believe he knows what he's doing. It is now, according to him, that he's playing the politics game. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. We have the president, Muhammad Buhari. He said that amongst many of his promises over the years, I think this is his 8th year. This is one of the many promises. He says he promises to a safer Nigeria after his tenure. It's high time we know whether we take the president serious.
Yeah, safer Nigeria.
You know, sometimes I've asked, like, some of them, are you actually sure that they're okay?
Probably it's
they're not okay.
Like what happened to our incoming president?
Incoming president.
That is
which incoming
presidential candidate.
Presidential aspirant.
APC presidential candidate.
Incoming candidate.
So he they are old and many things they can say different things.
Yes,
don't make maybe that's a mistake.
So many things comes with old age.
How do you live a safer Nigeria?
Nigeria is not safe.
Everywhere is
nowhere is safe in Nigeria.
Within this few time.
See, I've always said that they don't stay in Nigeria, so they don't know what's happening. Probably because they see that the youth are happy on social media. They do comedy, they create content and post. They feel that they catch.
That's what is not.
Everybody's okay.
Is that comedy that is not putting most Nigerians into depression?
Honestly, and thank God for 2020 lockdown, because
people have to discover their talent.
Exactly. If not for that time, a lot of people would have died of depression in this country, and that's the truth.
Yeah, President Muhammad Buhari has reiterated he will leave a safer country when he lands. Let me get the information. So the president gave the reassurance on Wednesday during the emblem appeal. He also announced a 10 million naira donation towards the appeal fund. He called on Nigerians as well as corporate organizations to support veterans and families of the fallen heroes whose past sacrifices has kept the country together. Okay, I think it's a meeting with veterans, like people that have served the army.
Yes.
So probably he's telling them that he's going to leave a safer Nigeria.
Safer Nigeria.
Because I don't think he has the capacity at this point in time to leave. Even though they said he was a general, he had this experience. I don't think he has the capacity, or even if they have the capacity, I don't think he has the political will.
Even if he has the political will,
I don't think his kinsmen will allow him.
See, I kind of think that at this point, because the so-called leaders that they say or were experienced, they've failed totally. At this point, I don't think we need any experienced politician.
No, all these things, they are scam.
We don't need any experience.
When you go to establishments, you go to probably a civil service, you know that most people they don't employ because of capacity.
Of course.
And some of them that are directors there, they are there, probably they just attach one first class student to them, now will be doing the whole work, they will now be doing as if they are the boss. Those people, they will be promoted until they get to a point they become politicians. And they start, they can hype and give you so many propaganda, and they become leaders.
Of course.
And when they fail, they look for excuses. These are the kind of people we have in our country today.
Yeah.
Such persons that is a general that cannot even deal with just insurgency or even banditry. How come
banditry? That is common in the zone that you're coming from.
It's not about they fighting banditry or kidnapping or insurgency. We've heard so many times that those people that created Boko Haram and the like, that they are from the north. Okay. We've heard, like, so many people have said it, that some governors from the northern part are actually the creator of this Boko Haram. So how do you expect them to fight what they create, what they've created so far? And it's just impossible. They will just sit down and fold their arms. Okay. That's just it.
And the funniest part is that they have someone that go to negotiate with this bandits.
Exactly. How do you have someone that negotiate?
Exactly. When you can control them. Exactly.
And you're telling me that you don't know where these terrorists are, but you have a negotiator with them. No, it's just something else.
Yes, let me read this out from Okowa. Okowa made a statement. He said, the killings and kidnappings across Nigeria, we are reaping what we sow or we've sown over the years.
Who sowed the seed?
Yeah, okay. Delta State Governor Senator Ifeanyi Okowa has said that the insecurity currently bugging the country was a result of the bad seed sowed a few years back. Okowa stated this in Anambra State as a special guest at the 11th Zik lecture series held at Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka. The governor described the security situation in Nigeria as a hydra-headed monster that has undermined public safety and is threatening the continued existence of Nigeria as one united, indivisible country. Let me go down. He said that the fact that we give ransom to kidnappers, it has also helped to
increase the rate.
It has brought it to light.
I think that planting of seed or sowing or reaping or something is kind of linked to what I just said, like what they've done in the past. Probably they want to use this Boko Haram or the this kind of insurgency to take over power or something, or to keep power to the north, but now they can't control it anymore. And you keep feeding this monster until they are too strong. Now everybody is being involved.
There's also a strong link between increased terrorism and inequality and inequitable distribution of wealth. Yes, there's link with terrorism and poverty, inequality, like inequitable distribution of wealth is like poverty. And the north is a place that we have more of these what do you call it? When you're going to do your charts, your graphs, they have more of the chunk of poor out of school children, malnourished. They have more leaders, people that have been in power. They have more people that are in government.
Yes.
They have more
people that have been in government. Yes.
Yet the area is still backward. Well, I think the reason why we have seen all this is because we going to school shows that we are not educated.
Who are the we?
All of us now.
No, you can't put everybody in.
Why did I say so? If it's in a society that we have educated people, they go change them for government. Do you understand?
They are trying. In their past, they're actually trying.
That they're not educated, but it's fear.
No, it's not even about fear.
They are not. What they put in them is Quranic knowledge, and they won't give them the part where God said you should not take any soul. That if you take one soul, it is like you take the whole of mankind soul. They will tell you where they will say, you fight for God, do this thing. They will not twist it to suit their own means. So these people can kill anybody because of that. They've indoctrinated them. They didn't give them Western. What's the meaning of Boko Haram? Western education is not okay. Like it is forbidden. That is what they are saying. But they themselves, they are not ready to kill themselves.
Okay, I was speaking to somebody. He said he's supporting as well. You asked him what has the APC government done. The person is like it should be 30 3840.
Okay.
He couldn't tell me what he had done. He now read one. He said, Tinubu says, I will empower you. Say, inshallah, I will empower you. I was looking at him. I said, the last time APC had their campaign, Bola Ahmed Tinubu was everywhere. All kind of promises. But the past 8 years, this is where we are. Somebody that is of that age, thinking like that, you can see there's a problem.
And we have a lot of educated, how will I put it? Educated fools. Let me put it that way. I'm sorry, not like I'm calling anybody names, but that's what it is. Because you can't tell me that for a well-meaning Nigerian who is of that age, at least you've seen over 3 decades, and yet you are not trying to tell you're not telling yourself the truth. I wonder when the person will wake up. Okay, yes, we have our viewers watching us. If you're watching us, please let's get your comment on the live chat. Let's read it out so that you can be part of this conversation. We started with the issue, Mr. Wike and also Mr. Oshiomole. It seems that they have reconciled and they are friends now, against the fact that Obaseki was in the PDP and Wike worked with Obaseki against Oshiomole and he's so co in the APC. Now somebody says that it's so surprising that you see people come together, sworn enemies united as a result of politics. Who would ever believe that Wike and Oshiomole will come together? And we also move to what we're discussing now. Buhari says he will leave a safer Nigeria when he leaves. And he was saying that to veterans. There's a meeting he had with veterans and he donated 10 million naira. Like I said, I believe he's talking to the veterans, not Nigerians.
Of course.
And then how do we get here?
How did we get here?
How do you get here? Okay, let's move on. Let's go on a soft one. A lady online says that my husband can cheat only if he's rich. A Nigerian woman who has been married for 20 years was asked what she would do if she finds out that her husband slept with her sister. The woman said if he has money, she's ready to give him all her sisters, including her mother. So far as he gets money, I could give him all my sisters and my mother join. But if he don't get money, I could give him street.
I've said it before. 95% of people living in this life are not normal.
Cannot do what?
Are not normal people. You give him your sister, your mother.
It happens. Just the thing happens.
People are not just normal. Like some people just say some things and they'll talk before they will think, and that's a problem because if you don't think before you talk, you already have a problem. But it's quite unfortunate that some people will talk before they will think. How can you say you give your husband, your sister, your mother because he has money?
What happened to this man, this actress, this young actress?
Which actress?
I got married to that
Regina Daniels.
Daniel.
Well, I wouldn't want to say anything about that because probably that's her choice to make. Even though from the report we saw online, her father was against it, but the mom. That's why I'm saying that some people are not just normal. You know, some people just push for things because of the love of money.
Rules the world now. If you have money, you can do anything.
No wonder the Bible says that the love of money is the root of all. The love of money is the root of all evil. Not money necessarily, but the love of it. Because some people love money more than they love their lives, and it's a problem.
If I have 1 billion naira now, as it is here in this country, you can't do anything.
Even if you have 10,000 naira in your account, there are some things you can do. 1 billion is too much. You will become a god.
What can you do with 10,000 naira?
Just sit down there.
Well, if you work for 1 billion, your priority will change.
Your thinking will change.
So if you want to use this pump, we still have high mentality, but we are not that. A poor man give a poor 1 billion, he will do anything.
That's when his real self comes out.
You see, God is not stupid
at all.
That He will bless everybody. You know, there are some people that God can never give you an amount of wealth except He can trust you with it. And you know Satan, because Satan knows that he's manipulative, he knows how he can get, even if you don't want to reciprocate, he knows how he can get it from you. So he will give you money. Just take it. You understand? Just to get your attention. But God is not like that. You know, some people, I heard someone say something. If you want to test a man's loyalty, give him money. That's when you know if that man is humble. There's some people that will just appear to be all nice up and all of that because they are broke. But the moment you trust money to them, then you will not know how humble they are. And there are some people that they can never leave the level they are in their life. Even if God gives them money, they will become very, very useless to him. So you better allow you to be in that spot. Yeah, that's the truth.
Yeah, because the money you have is in proportionate to your.
Imagine someone who has a wife.
Are you sure about that?
I'm telling you,
yeah.
The money you have is in the same way with your humility.
That's the truth.
The more money you have, the more humble you become.
The more humble or the more proud you become.
The more money you have,
the more
humble or more proud you be.
No, if you see more proud people, you will not take time; they will come down.
Yes.
But anyone that I see is consistent on. Let's use APC president is a billionaire, but you see, there are some things that some guys, if they have the money what this man has, there are some things they can do and undo.
Guys, this man is not a guy.
He's a man.
He's almost like 80 something. So at that age,
the money,
what he has passed through, it won't make him to just be jumping up and down.
The humility he has is proportionate to the money.
I think humility comes with experience too. Not even money. There is no youth that will have that kind of money that would not misbehave. There is no.
But he had gone through some kind of
billionaire.
They will show up. Buy so many things.
They are used that are billionaire, but yet they will still stay normal.
Very humble.
Normal life.
They are not even like I know somebody.
See, humility doesn't come with age. There are people that they are, despite even if they can still be 80 and they are still very proud. They are still very proud. And there are people that they don't even have much. What they have is just what can take care of them, probably pay their staffs or take care of their family, and yet the way either they are arrogant in appearance, they are arrogant in their words. Do you understand? So I don't see humility.
So we can just say that money would actually kind of reveal the extent of humility you already have in you. If you are humble before, if you have the money, you become more humble. But if you are proud, even if you are poor like church rat, there will still be that spice of pride in that same person.
Money is like,
so money does not actually make people go proud. It is that pride is there already. It has been suppressed because there is no money.
You know, there are some money is like out. Exactly, money is like alcohol. You know, some people, if they are drunk, they will reveal their true self. But some people, they will just be like, they will just stay still.
They will be silent. They will be quiet when they are drunk.
We are all saying the same thing. That's why I said that money reviews the person.
It just influence the person's.
Okay, let's look at Frank Edoho laments that Igbo politicians against their own. Popular TV anchor Frank Edoho has expressed his bafflement with some southeastern politicians who would rather bash their own king than support them ahead of the 2023 elections. He said this in a tweet on his handle on Tuesday. Edoho stated that Igbo politicians seek ways to undermine their own candidates amid the rare opportunity for an Igbo presidency rather than showing support for their own candidates like Yoruba and Hausa do. He tweeted, Igbo politicians will never stop baffling me. You have the rare opportunity of one of your kin being president, but instead of supporting and clamoring for him like Yoruba and Hausa people do with their candidates, you look for ways to disrupt and track him to Fiakwa.
Serious to Fiakwa, like what he said, he made a point. You know, yesterday when we were talking on this show, I did mention something. I said that I don't know why Igbo people are always working against themselves. You get, like, if let's even say P2B is a person, let's say he didn't do anything while he was the governor of Anambra State, and he's not an Igbo man, he's from the north. They will cover they will cover him up. They will paint pictures of him being a nice person, even though some people will be against him, but they will not laud it. You understand? And I'm really surprised at Soludo, because Soludo could have been, if he was any other governor that is not from the same state from that P2B is from, it would have been different. I would have seen it as a different thing, but I don't know what came over him. But honestly, Igbo people, you guys need to put yourselves together. They always work against themselves. An Igbo man, let's say an Igbo man has a company, he will rather employ people who are not Igbos. He will rather employ a Yoruba person or employ an Hausa person or employ from any other tribe rather instead of him to employ his brother, and they're just like that. Honestly, I heard someone say something. He said, if you want to grow a business, employ a Yoruba man. I heard someone say this. Employ a Yoruba man because he's going to serve you with humility. He's going to humble himself. But an Igbo man will want to show you that he has skills. That skills that you think he can, like, I can do this thing. He will want to, like, show you that I can do this even more better than you can do it. But what this man says is actually the truth. Igbos need to come together and stop working against themselves. It has become a problem, and personally, I don't think I like it.
Yeah, let's move on to Asu. You have anything to say about?
But they have their own opinion. So whatever you choose to say is your own. Many Yorubas are supporting.
Many Yorubas
are supporting. Against Tinubu.
Exactly. And this person is a bastard.
He's a bastard.
Any Yoruba that come outside and say Peter Obi,
like when they insulted Mr. Macaroni, they insulted him recently. That is a bastard. Exactly. So they are entitled to their own opinion.
Because honestly, at times we are clamoring for. We say people are ethnic bigots or something. So now another person that is from the same tribe is talking against his own kinsmen. Now we want the person to be for his own man, for his person. Do you know why we are saying this person? We are still ethnic bigots. Do you know why I said to just go our separate ways? We cannot change. When
Chukwuma was contesting for the governorship of Anambra State, he did use P2B to campaign. You don't understand? Like, he said he's going to continue the legacies of P2B. Now entering there, and this kind of words are coming from him, but thank God for the person of P2B though. I'm not trying to like pick sides, I'm not trying to like say he's a good person and all that, but from his response that I watched on Twitter, he said he called him my elder brother. You understand?
I think that's a polite way of
he called him polite.
My elder brother. Okay, I am a trader, you are a professor. I've done my own as a trader. You that is a professor, continue from where I stopped. You get bored. I feel that I still maintain my stance anyway. Like, people should actually learn how to use words. Honestly.
Okay, let's move on to Asu Ngige and Asu. The Asu has said that Ngige hates Asu and is responsible for the half payment.
For why to have, like, for this, I'm trying to remember something. Now, this man actually contested.
Asu, of course.
He bought form for the presidential 100 million naira form, and while Asu was on strike then, he really hates Asu.
He really hates Asu.
So
why would you?
If you say you hate Asu, that means you hate education. And what is of education?
Of course,
instead of labor and productivity.
And employment. He's supposed to solve the issue of the strike. Now you kind of you now brought up another two unions to just divide Asu. No, who does that? So see, in all ramifications, he hates Asu. He hates them. And he's showing it. He's not even trying to hide it.
It has become
showing it to them. Even when they were on the table trying to like reach the consensus, he's just stormed out of the place. He stormed out, leaving the number 3 in the whole federation, Agbadabi Amila, leaving him on seat. He just stormed out. So he has disrespected Asu so many times. So you don't respect them. You actually want their downfall as well.
There are some people that when they know that they're not doing well, the best they can actually do for themselves and for the country that they are serving is just to step down. But no, but in this country, nobody has ever stepped down.
Nobody has stepped down now.
And say, I cannot do it though, let me work.
I'm sorry, I feel that this, no, they are
instead, they will be there, giving excuses for their apologizing. Would they even have found time to apologize? They will give excuses. Yeah, they will tell you why it's not working, why is this and that and that and that. That's excuses everywhere. You get? Okay, like if I can... Speaking about what Peter Obi said in one of his interviews, that interview I was watching, he said something. He said, they said I did not do anything when I was governor in Anambra State. I was busy saving money. I don't even know, this is actually funny, but let me put it this way. If you know that you are serving in a particular position and you're not doing well, instead of you to embezzle money and give excuses for your own failure, why don't you just step down and just walk away? You have your respect and your dignity will be there for you. But in this country, Imagine a whole president telling us that he's going to leave Nigeria.
In this country, most politicians are they are shameless. They don't care.
Okay, Bola Tinubu meets, and also we have they scheduled a meeting with Bola Tinubu, the APC, Atiku Abubakar, the PDP, and also Labour Party. CAN, Christian Association of Nigerians, Mr. Tinubu in Abuja. The presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has arrived at the Christian Ecumenical Center, Abuja, for a meeting. He arrived with his wife, Senator Oluremi Tinubu. She's a deaconess in Redeemed Speaker House, Femi Gbajabiamila, Imo Governor Hope Uzodinma, Ebonyi Governor Dave Umahi, and Senator Smart Adeyemi, amongst others. What do you expect? Let's start with the bishops, the in quote fake bishops that were brought together, and that statement he made about the Holy Communion. Should the Christian Association of Nigeria still support a Muslim ticket?
I think I saw a report where they said like they are not supporting. They just stand.
They are different. They're different factions. So they are not supporting a Muslim ticket.
Yeah, the PFN.
I think there is some kind of hypocrisy in all this. If we are to have a Christian ticket, some of these people that are saying what's wrong with Muslim ticket, they are the ones that will be at the forefront of the battle.
Yeah.
They will say all sorts of things, but now since it's going, you said politics is interest. Since it's going their way, so they don't see anything wrong in it. What do you think about Muslim?
Well, personally, someone like me that grew up in a home whereby I have the Bible at home and I also have the Quran.
Are you
right from?
Are you,
most Muslims
right from.
Are you PDAPC?
See, right from there. I'm not PDAPC. I'm not any combination. I'm a Muslim, but you see, there are some aspects that you need to know in the Bible. If you do, there are some things. If a Muslim should open his mouth and say he does not believe in Jesus, he is not a Muslim. He is not a Muslim by any means. I can say it anywhere. It's clearly and boldly written. You have to believe in all prophet and everything. So bringing it down to Muslim ticket. If it were to be a Christian ticket, from my KG to primary 4, I attended Christian school. We do all sorts on the assembly ground. That does not change me. This is the progress of Nigeria that I'm about. Even if they want everybody to be Christian, they can't come to my house and say stop praying like Muslim. No, I think it's just about division all the time. If we can just let's say Tinubu is Muslim, his wife is Christian, they are not fighting. Atiku is Muslim, some of his wives I don't think they are Muslims. I don't think he married all his wives as Muslim or something like that. There are so many politicians, they are using this thing to their own advantage and using it to divide us. But until we are wise, that's why they say religion is opium of the masses, because it keeps on, it does not unite. You notice religion has never, when has it united the world? We always fight about religion. That we are just born into that family. That is why we are doing this religion. How many of us here chose our religion? No, it's because our parents, we are going to church, we are going to mosque. But see, me as I'm sitting here, I can't die because of any religion. See, even God did not openly open his mouth like that and say, if you do not do Christianity or Islam, you know heaven. Is a lie. If anybody tells you, see, wait,
3 months.
Let me tell you.
I've been studying the Quran. I know I'm studying the Quran.
Okay.
Because I don't want to discuss that here.
I will tell you a chapter. Go and check I've forgotten the number, but there's a chapter. It said Muslims, Christians, Jews, tell them if they believe in God and the last day, they will not grieve. They believe in God. It did not say believe in Christianity and Islam or anything. Believe in God and the last day, and they do good. That is it all. Even if you like, go to the mosque and knock your bang on the ground. If you don't do good, you are going nowhere.
About jihad.
See, jihad was that one's only war. We can't equate 18 something to 22. The jihad Prophet Muhammad was talking about jihad of your mind. If you can't conquer yourself, don't even bother to conquer anything.
This is why I'm against Muslim.
I'm not against, even if it's Christian. I'm not against it.
I'm against Muslims because you look at antecedents.
Okay.
The way people carry themselves and with the religion.
Okay.
You see, some people are very, very violent. and they want to impose their belief on you from a certain religion by force. In fact, you cannot practice your religion in some states without you going through a lot of persecution.
Okay.
And again, the people that constitute, I even brought out the constitution, most of them are
one-sided.
Most of them are Muslims.
Okay.
Now look at the constitution. We don't have a single constitution. We have Sharia law in the constitution. That shows you that some people, they have their own agenda.
There is no Sharia law in the 1999 constitution. It started. It's the federal government that allowed.
20,000.
Which one is 20,000?
Sharia law.
Inside the federal government, inside the constitution of 1999
constitution as amended.
Now, as amended, why do the federal government allow such?
That's what I'm saying.
It is stupid. I would never ever allow it.
Some people
if I were to be a president, I would never allow it.
On you. If Fulani guy was interviewed, no, one time
how would you allow such?
At the bystanders, one Fulani guy came.
Okay.
And I called him back and I asked him some questions. Not all Muslims are bad, but there are some people that are taking this overboard.
See, let me say, Christian, I understand what you're saying because I have a very close uncle of mine who spent almost half of his years in the north. Okay. You know, I tend to tell people that
most Abia State people have spent their
Abia State actually
from my state.
So I tend to tell most of my Yoruba friends actually that you guys, some of you are Muslims. You are not practicing because no, calm down. Because I went to Kano State for my 3 weeks orientation camp, and I met, like, in fact, majority of those of us in the camp were Hausas, and we got talking at some point. I heard something that actually got me scared and made me to make up my mind that I wasn't going to serve in the States. You understand? Because there's something, the way they practice this thing. My cousin brother and my uncle once told me that a particular place, I won't mention the name, in the north, you know, you can't just go, you're not allowed as a Christian to enter there. You cannot go there. And if you must go there, you must like appear like them. And you must not mention the name of Jesus Christ.
Okay.
You understand? So that's why I tell people that, you see, this part of the world that we are in, the religion we practice here, whether it's Islam or Christian, we are safe. There are some places that you will go. Even if they're a Muslim, there's a place that you will get not, or that they will not recognize you. And that's
Afghanistan. Use Afghanistan.
They will not recognize you. The video of this, they are just too tight to
the Taliban. You know, these are practicing all of them. Islam. It is difficult for you to practice Christianity
in such places.
You understand? So the reason why I don't want Muslims to get, because there's a tendency for someone to capitalize on that religion. You want to look at what is happening.
And they are so, like, for example, they are so
a Muslim cleric that is Gumi, in the face of all that is happening, you can see his the way he brings up the way he talks about the bandits.
You notice
that is a cleric. You notice that. Imagine a pastor does such.
You notice something that they call some people extremists.
Yeah.
See, by the time no matter your dogmatism or your idea, once your idea, even if it's not religious, overshadows your logical reasoning, it is total nonsense and it will lead them astray. All of these things, how many of this dogma or these ideas, how many development has it brought ever to the north? See, that's because of your level of study you've read to an extent. No, but do you know that problem? Do you know that them don't read? See, they don't believe on what. Let me tell you their. Can I give an example? Their problem is their opinion leaders. Exactly. It's their problem because this former CBN governor, he said it. He faced all of them that they are the one killing the north. They are just using these children to achieve their own selfish.
And most of those kind of fanatical people are in government.
And that's it.
So now they are using it for themselves. They are using it for us. So it is the people should
like the example of that lady that was burnt when she had a very
when she was born. I saw this comment. I guess that's mad because some people that
why did Atiku have to take down his post?
I was just pissed off on that day.
Why did he have to take down his post?
I was just pissed off that day because of all the educated. I say you are liberated.
Exactly.
Thinking like a full place of a religion.
That's the point I was trying to make to because
see, I'm not denouncing religion. Even enter the Quran now. There is no place that they say you should not marry a Christian. In the Quran,
no, there's no place. Let me know. Religious section.
Of course,
we can in this world.
I will notice that Southwest Muslims, we are so very, very accommodating. We don't have any problem.
Exactly. Did you hear when I said that? No, wait, bro. Did you hear when I said that? In this part of the world that we are in,
it is well practiced.
The south, and the southeast. Like the way we practice our religion here, but that Islam or it just I know exactly what I'm saying when I say that because I went to Kano State. I spent 3 weeks and I met a lot of friends. You understand, corporate friends who are Muslim, and we got talking. I know they were graduates. They are learned, and I know the kind of conversations. I know the kind of things they said. You know, so that's why I said. You see this Muslim thing. I read a story of what happened to the former emir of Kano State and former CBN governor. That's Sanusi Lamido. The reason why he was dethroned is that the reason you get so that is why I said that this Muslim ticket would have been okay if we have people who are not religion centric. You understand? Because most of them they are just you understand?
You can know what happened when he was governor.
They would like to impose something. Whether you like this or not, you understand? And it's a problem.
You see, Hausa. Most times the language they speak is a particular language. Look at the army emblem. The army emblem
has Arabic.
Look at our money.
Arabic.
You can see how they want to the imposition
of everything
of Islam in a way.
Actually, at times I blame some of our past leaders. There are some things they shouldn't have allowed, but probably because
they were aligned. The Naira.
Maybe because
somebody was warning somebody that they should not remove the same Sanusi. Said I called the CBN governor. He said he will not remove the Arabic insignia in.
See, when they were doing the first set of Naira notes ever, I'm very sure some people, their interest would have aligned by then. They should have gone against this thing like, no, you can't do this thing like this. Exactly. If you don't start it, you cannot continue. Let me see. You have to be liberate yourself. You can't see.
Let me tell you something. I don't really know what came about the first civil war that happened in this country. I believe that there are some people too who would have stood against this thing, but because that these people from the northern part of this country were meant to believe that this country belongs to you, so you should not allow anything otherwise. You understand? And I believe that they cannot do much. Even if war that broke out at that time was for a particular reason, because some people were being neglected. What came out of it? Still nothing. So people came and sabotaged and stood against. At some point, you just are like, okay, for peace to reign, let it just be that way.
When you look at violence, they are easily provoked.
Yeah, they're easily provoked.
They can just start something and kill.
Do you know these people? If they want to start their violence, they don't start it on their own. See those radio that they carry about. Once they transmit something,
from their Muslim ticket.
They should have resisted this thing from the but it's because do you know what brought Nigeria to this point is politics. They've politicized everything. Even if this person is maybe one ethnic group, don't let me mention anyone, ethnic group doing a bad thing because he is my party member, you will just chew behind the person or you won't
that is why
it's politics that brought about this
ever since this election for 2023, the campaign and all started.
I think it has liberated people to some extent.
That's why I tend to encourage a lot of youth out there. Don't sit on he is my brother. Don't sit on he is my tribal man. Look beyond the now. Look beyond the now, because honestly speaking, a lot is yet to unfold. If you should ask me, because 2023 there will be surprises, because there are some lot of people that we think that they are going to be the Messiah that we are looking for, without knowing that there is a coup gets into this position, all of us will be doomed. If not all of us, majority of the citizens will be doomed, and they'll be in for it. That's why I tell people, look beyond what they are telling you. Even if someone is telling you good morning, search, look very well, take your time. Is it actually good morning? Received for the second time.
Okay, let's go in soft mode. Why does security officers not pay their transport fare when they board a vehicle or motorcycle or
exactly
just like every other Nigerian?
Why don't they pay? We don't know why.
I don't actually know. I don't know why
they don't pay. They staff.
Staff now.
I think they are supposed to pay. I think
they don't pay.
See, it's not all of them. I actually have a police friend who, if he enters, he would never enter with his uniform, and he will sit at the back. You know, some of them want to sit at the front.
Out of 100, at least 80 will
not pay.
Why? Because
they want to be like
I'm a staff. Which staff? All of us are citizens.
Even the bike, they are saying they should not drive bike. Any military officer or now drive.
You see them
now
staff too.
Of course now.
Because they are essential workers.
They will not be driving back for essential worker.
There's something called leading with an example.
Exactly.
If you're not setting a good example, I wonder what you want people to
imagine in the United States, because you're an Air Force person, you enter transport, you don't pay.
You have to.
Does that not look alien?
You have to pay.
You are though it's not all of them though.
Even that was if you go wear the cap,
just cap and black top, and they'll be like, I'm a staff.
They expect that, but sometimes some conductor don't change that for them.
They are changing it now.
Why would you
staff?
Before you enter, some conductor say, no, staff. I'm not
carrying staff.
So they will even tell you we are not going.
They will tell you they are not going again.
I entered a bus. I entered a bus once. The man said, he said, "Oh God, we know they go that place. We know they go that place." You know, carry the man say, "When you must pay me that money." You know, but honestly, they should lead with example.
Okay, let's look at the redesign of the Naira. One of us did ask the Senate agree with CBN on the redesign of the Naira. I think there was rowdy session at the house. They didn't want to agree at first. I think some of the persons that probably I'm just saying probably don't have money in their house are saying yes, they should.
But people that have money.
And people that have money say,
no,
just give us more time.
They say that January 31st is too close.
Yeah, it's too close.
They should extend it
so they can be able to spend their money out.
That is too close.
It's too close.
They should extend it.
Wise people.
But they might end up extending it. You see.
Actually, and election is
no. They won't extend it.
They won't extend it.
They won't extend it.
They won't extend it.
They should not extend it though, because it's already making sense now. The EFCC chairman said that dollar might come down to 200.
I wish that is possible.
Maybe that's why Buhari said that it's not Nigeria safer.
Many, not even only politicians, many traders have dollars in stock.
Dollars.
Even some people that want to even travel back to Nigeria, they will have dollars that will come and change into Nigerian currency, so they have big money. So it's going to affect those people.
Hey, you better kuku stay back now.
No,
not travel back.
Maybe you stay back and make money.
At this point in time, you change the money.
They will change it.
200. And
this
if it will be okay, but it will be okay in the sense that if it reflects on
the cost of commodities,
and the black market and everywhere too.
Honestly, and
if it does not reflect in the market outside everywhere,
nothing is happening.
All those people selling stocks down there, if Naira is coming down, you guys should bring.
They will not reduce it because the amount they bought at that time. They want to have their
some of them are still greedy. They will still want, even if they finish that stock and they got a new one, they will still want to sell their price.
This is Nigeria.
See, I entered a vehicle going from Ogba to Ikeja. So that was tricycle. The driver said 200. I'd be like, 200 since when? So when I entered yesterday night, 150. This morning, telling me 200. I said no, I'm not paying that. Then I was like, it's like you're not seeing what is happening. I say, okay, it's not only you.
It's affecting everybody.
Imagine, okay, what if that's the only money I have for me? Should I trek back home? He's like, are you not seeing what is happening? I'm not. Imagine, okay, let's say you come out as a transporter, a motorist. You come out and there is no passenger to carry. What happens to you? You will still complain. So the one that you've seen and they don't have up to the amount that you like, why don't you just carry and get money?
Okay, 5 things you need to know about the Naira design. New designed 200 Naira, 500 Naira, 1000 Naira notes will be out on December 15th, 2022. Maybe we would like to
December
hold the
15th.
money. Yes.
Some people have it already.
Some
people have it
This is
already.
Nigeria.
For the first 3 days, at least you go come, you don't get the money.
Without waiting.
So that December 15th, all the remaining, all the old currencies will be very invalid.
We are reading. Old notes will still be in circulation until
December
January
31st.
31st, okay.
2023, after which they cease to be legal tender. Everyone has to deposit their old 200, 500 and 1000 Naira notes to the bank. Charges on deposits have been suspended by the CBN during this period.
Wow.
Have you been charged for
deposit.
transfer? Okay, deposits.
Somebody. It's not the same thing. Okay.
Banks are expected to extend the number of days they work during the week to enable members of the public deposit monies in their
Hope they will pay them for overtime though.
They will pay them.
Because they should pay them for overtime.
See, my point in this Naira redesign is this. You know, the old Naira, the old monies have some inscriptions on it. If that inscription must be there, then you have to add the second one, being that we have two major religions we practice in this country. You have to add the two to make it equal. Don't do one.
I don't even think they need to add anything to it. If they can just let it be English language cuts across all kinds of religions. If someone comes out now and says I'm traditional worshiper, are we going to write it on there?
What they study is Arabic.
Okay.
It's Arabic. They speak Hausa. They speak their language.
Yeah,
they're not speaking Hausa.
English your language.
They are not. English is Nigeria's official language. They colonized us. Arabic is not our language.
They are speaking
Hausa and Arabic is different.
Different.
When you were in school, those days when school correct, they do Arabic in school.
Arabic.
Southwest here.
Wait, we do CRK and IRK. When they are doing CRK,
Arabic is not language.
We didn't teach Arabic in our school.
Arabic
in my own school. Arabic be here.
Is that Arabic and CRK?
Grammar school, they didn't teach Arabic. Estates, they didn't teach Arabic.
Is that Arabic and CRK?
Arabic and CRK. Now it's Hausa they are speaking. It's Hausa.
No, that's the truth. I don't think, my opinion, I don't think there should be anything Arabic. It has to be either English. English, Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba.
Unfortunately, the person
the
design the 1999 constitution is
English.
Edo will want to put their language.
English.
Nupe will want to put their own. Yoruba will want to put their own. Or English.
Or even
across everybody.
Pidgin is the
one that showed me is our military badge.
Military.
Just you want Arabic.
Arabic.
That when it just changes to the English meaning and just write
even if it means kill them all, we don't know.
You can copy that.
We don't know.
Put it on Google, it will give you the meaning.
Even before you could have thought about doing that, you would have gone. You would have been slaps.
But because maybe people then didn't want to talk when they started designing.
No, I think there's a grand plan, and they are doing subtly. If you know Turkey as a country, it's a Christian country. Pure Christian. Even in the book, in the Bible, we have the New Testament.
Okay.
Turkey was one of the countries Paul went.
Yeah, I remember.
So now it is a full flow. Is at least is 90% Islamic and probably other religions. Wow, that's how they came and they started. You know, one thing about some of these headers, or some of these people from the other side of the north, when they come to an environment, they'll come innocently.
Yeah.
They follow you, they parley with you.
That's what
they will not go to one isolated place and take over that isolated place.
Do the tents.
Before you know, they are important people.
That's what exactly. That's what was trying to shake them away.
But you will notice along this Okera road, the amount of bikes that used to pass that area. Majority of people riding that bikes, they are
more than 1,000 people. You just before you know,
they are everywhere. Location, they are everywhere.
Now, how did they do it during the Civil War? These Fulani guys, they come when they enter the army. They bring their brother, so they start getting to the ranks. When they get someone, you know, they are nepotistics. Some of them are bigots, some of them, not all of them. So they prefer, even though their brother does not know anything, they will bring their brother and put in the army. So when they get to the top position, they start giving you the policies, controlling you. Because army obey the last order, no.
Of course.
Even though some of them don't even have
it. Or whoever that is there, he will tell you last order I need to obey.
Of course.
Withdraw.
You have to
release that person, release that terrorist, release that Boko Haram, release that person. You don't have to question.
Just
if you question, they court martial you. So they understand this quite well. So they start swelling at the ranks. When they get to the higher place, they start putting in their agenda.
That's why I said.
Look at this current regime. How many people they put at the place of power?
They are the ones there. They are the ones.
So for me, the way I look at it, there's a grand plan. The same way it happened in Turkey, they might want to replicate it.
I think from what I heard,
would Sunday Igboho see and raise an alarm? Or what would Nnamdi Kanu see?
Exactly.
Only Sunday Igboho was at the forefront of all this.
He was the only one agitating.
What are all those remaining people? What are they doing? They are just funding them because these people they are in the same party or something. And the election is coming.
It's not.
There's something that cut across just
happened in Turkey. Go and do research. They were like, no.
It doesn't mean
they just left Sunday. He was not looking like a bad person.
Exactly. Nobody
that's the governor, Malaifa. What he revealed on Nigerian Info. I said that CBN governor, deputy CBN governor, they said he died. That made some revelation. And there's one naval commodore that made another revelation. You know, when people reveal some things that are true in Nigeria, they will want to kill it.
I think I saw
what happened to Ibrahim Attahiru?
He said something about Borno State former governor, something like that.
Even at sometimes some police, some soldiers, some army officers were complaining in their place of the field of where they're fighting Boko Haram. Were complaining. Some were saying different things, and some people were there. I cannot reveal this.
Yes.
So I think there's a grand plan that will make some of these persons want to agitate for.
Instead of it to go separate ways.
There's one place in Shaga. I stayed in Shaga like 4 years. You see all those people that are carrying barrow. 2 just came and did one small battle. They sit in the clear bush. That place has turned to another village. And there's one thing I heard, that your law is not applicable in that
to them. Exactly. They will disobey your law.
And they always have one allergy.
There's always
that knows someone in the government. That when they call
them away.
So that is how they
operate.
I think the other people allowed it.
I feel
that is just it.
The reason why the other zones are allowing this kind of thing is because the reason why they are just about all this is because they are looking for power, and they know that power lies in with the north. You understand? Because they are looking for money. Something from them.
Money.
Look at what happened to the open grazing and all of that. Why were they against themselves? This one says we don't want this. This one says we want this. They now promise you, okay, in 2023 we're going to do this for you. You now succumb and listen to them. That's it. See the governor of Ondo State, Akeredolu. He didn't want this before. All of a sudden he changed his mind.
No, election is around the
corner. I just pray, and honestly it's my prayer and my wish that our people will sit up and forget about all this, because this time it has gone beyond all these what I want to get. Even if you get that thing you want, what about your family? If you don't know what happens to your lineage, they don't even think about that. They are just so selfish that they only concentrate on themselves.
Look at his daughter now. He probably lured a boy to the United Kingdom to take down kidney and put now 40 houses. Just one person. 55 bank accounts. Just one person.
55 bank accounts.
No, you look when whilst in Nigeria we don't know these things.
Yeah.
Probably if he were to be tried in Nigeria,
we will never know this.
People are thinking well.
Yes.
And they don't send you.
Yes, they don't care.
And that's how we got all this revelation. Hush Puppy and Abakari, if it were in Nigeria, we would know. We don't see the Super Cup. But now they caught Hush Puppy out there, so he made revelations. Now, see, they were able to indict.
Who would have believed that Abakari of all people would be indicted in that kind of thing?
They
call it Super Cup. You understand? A confirmed crime fighter. Who would have ever believed?
Okay, so we have a comment here. Pushmom says that nobody very from there. Pushmom says that I'm not against Muslims with ticket, because when OBJ was there, he made Dangote monopoly in Nigeria. Late President Yaradua opened for others to import. To me, what matters is character, personality of us. Again, he said, and he remains the only president Nigeria has ever had. That is Yaradua. I loved him with passion, but it's a pity he didn't stay to finish the good job he was doing. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Yeah, I think even
yes, Nigeria have ever had so far.
I actually think because he didn't stay long.
Like I said, probably why didn't he stay long? He had sickness, but I think he didn't play along with some kind of
people. See, in this country, if you're not dancing, I see the cause of Abakihari death, not the Super Cup. One aid to Buhari. Yes, the cause of his death have not really unfolded. If you should ask me,
they said COVID-19.
What actually killed that man is still sketchy. The cause of Ibrahim Atahiru's death, right, is still sketchy.
He died in a plane
crash, just like that. See, those things there are things that one need to really investigate, because if you should ask me, there is more to those stories.
But what I believe that the generation that is coming up, they will be wiser.
They'll be wiser against injustice and all these things.
Whoever wins the presidential presidency, whether it is Obi, Tinubu, or Atiku, I believe in the first 4 years they want to do well. Whoever wins,
I just pray.
See, whoever wins,
because everyone is on their neck now. Anyone that wins, if you don't do well in the 4 years, they will scatter
Nigeria and Nigerians, especially the youth. You know, they told us that we are. They said that we are the leaders of tomorrow, right? No, that tomorrow is now. That tomorrow is now. You understand? So whoever emerges the next president of Nigeria, we should open our eyes and look out for what they promise us that they will do, if they are actually doing it, and if they are not. Sri Lanka, now human being dead there.
Of course.
Now people protest and they don't see die. Even if they go down, not be everybody will die last.
Sri Lanka can happen in Nigeria.
It cannot happen because they will kill a lot of people.
If the people, especially
how can everybody
the youth,
go to Abuja?
No, it's not going to Abuja. Look at what happened during the NSAS. I didn't even believe, even though that at some point everybody kept quiet, entered into their shell, but as they hot that time, people were able to come out. It's not just Lagos only, but these are youths cut across, even in the north.
Yes,
you understand? Let's be honestly, and I loved that energy that was put in that time.
Like I said, this is a Naftali, I think, Israeli journalist. He said the Taliban, that is in Afghanistan, orders full implementation of Sharia law in Afghanistan. Pray for Afghan Christians.
That is cool now. So they don't even respect rule of law anymore. Is there anything they can wake up today and say everybody should not eat again?
Yeah, if you're watching us, you can also contribute to the program. We have Funigas also. Is it your love is here? Funigas. You know they do well.
Is he watching?
He's watching. Yeah,
Mr. Funigas.
A comment. He was asking to Nigeria whether he's dragging. Let me read it out. You did not come here, can't drag my. I say greetings to Nigeria. So you still follow me come here because of Gladys? Please kindly leave her for me. Christian, I greet you. Oh, good job, Mr. Funigas.
Mr. Funigas, my greeting is to you
as a man. Yeah.
Honestly, you've always appreciated me all this while, I never see your hands.
Just remember, say a bag of rice now 50,000.
Honestly.
Anyway,
thank you so much for always watching our program. I really appreciate, and the sound of your name sounds cool as well. Thank you.
I know Funigas. I know him. Okay, we are talking about Wike and Oshiomole. They are coming together, surprising to Nigerians. He was invited to the flyover, commission a flyover. Many people reacted to that. We are talking about I don't forget
about
Frank Edo, who says that Igbo politicians is baffled at the way some of them do and probably be.
And the Senate,
Naira redesign, and all that. We also talked about. We didn't talk about P2B today. Is there any news on P2B?
There's no.
Or just what Dino Melai said. Okay, how Dino Melai reacted to the campaign. I know that guy get bad mad.
Honestly, yes.
Dream is just that
It's
is
just-
normal.
It's a
Dream
cloud
life.
chest.
I think he can do skits very well. He's very good. He's a good guy.
If it's not
Okay. Is it? Let's. We are getting close to the end of the program. Yes. Let's have our final
conclusion.
Me and the hungry guys.
Honestly, I actually love today's show. Like, it's really like I've learned a lot from all of us.
I've learned as well.
Yeah, I'm enlightened today to an extent. But my word will always be concerning the 2023 general election. I'm not talking about the governorship aspect, but the presidential election, because now there the cocoa be, you understand? If the head behaves well, every other part of the body will function well, right? If the head is having headache or is aching, the whole of the body will be affected. So come 2023, all the youths, because the ball lies in our court. It's not those old men, not my papa. He's not the one to come and do it for me. Me like this. Now me go to and no see job. Now me they carry certificate, they walk up and down. I am the one shouting, I don't have food. The old people, they're already down there. If I die today, nothing to do me. But we are the one that had a lot of things ahead of us that we've already laid down for ourselves. So come 2020, let's open our eyes and make a very good choice. You already know who you want to vote for, but is your candidate, that person you have in mind, do you think is the best person that will help us get to that place that we're looking out for? That's my point. Left to us though.
Well, my own candid opinion is that, like she said earlier, like we are the leaders of tomorrow, and the tomorrow is now. So we have to take charge of the tomorrow so that it will look so good, because you can't just elect anybody into the president's seat. You just have to act wise and vote for competence. Like I always say, vote for competence. That's just it. Thank you.
Okay, I would say don't sell your vote, don't sell your conscience. If you sell your vote, you've sold your conscience.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, I don't have much to say. I would just say vote. Think before you vote. Don't vote because this person is from your tribe, or this person is from your religion that you didn't bring from heaven, that you only practice it because your mom and your dad were practicing it. You didn't bring any tribe from heaven. When you were born, it's because I was born into Yoruba family. That's why I'm bearing Olamide. If I was born in Borno State, I would be an Hausa man today. So that shouldn't be a yardstick for me to choose any candidate. Listen to the candidate very well. Listen very well. If you can resonate with them, those things they are telling us they would do, is it achievable? In what time? In how many years can they take to achieve it? And check your candidate very well. There are some candidates that they said, okay, governance is not by strength. They are not going there to lead bag of cement. Now they say they should come and talk. I didn't mention anybody's name until they should talk. They are saying another thing else again. So let's just use our brain. Let's use our head. Don't let this politician use our head again. Let us do something that in the next few years, by the time we start giving birth, you'll be proud to tell your children that I was among the generation that actually turned Nigeria around, brought about a change. We became angry and we went all out and we voted someone who is okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's read from our viewers their last comment on the show today. Funny guys, you all will be shocked if you know who actually you are chatting with. I will reveal myself after election.
Wow.
Okay. Kudos for all the jobs. Saying Pushmom says let's vote right and stop complaining because it will affect every Nigerian, no matter our selfish interest. And it says God bless you, Mr. Biodun. With that, we've come to the end of the program. I'm Christian Shiko. Thanks for watching.
I am Zubigla. Thank you so much. Mr. Funigas, thanks for watching.
I am Adeni Adela. Thanks for watching Webbwatch on Flip TV.
And I'm Olajide Taufik Olamide. Thank you very much for watching. Bye. See you tomorrow.